Overcoming burnout, my personal journey and tips for recovery. What if I told you there's a way to escape that constant exhaustion, stress, and mental fog? By the end of this video, I'll share exactly what I did to recover from burnout, so you can apply these tips to your own life and start feeling like yourself again. If you've ever felt drained, physically exhausted, and mentally depleted, like you're running on fumes just to get through the day, then you're not alone. That's exactly where I found myself, stuck, overwhelmed, and wondering how to get back to feeling normal. You might be thinking, I know burnout is bad, but why does it feel impossible to recover from? The truth is, most of us miss the signs early on, and by the time we realize what's happening, we're deep in the cycle of stress. But what if the real solution to overcoming burnout wasn't some big, drastic change, but a series of small, manageable steps? Let me take you through my journey. Burnout crept up on me slowly. It wasn't just one bad day or week, it was this growing sense of exhaustion that I couldn't shake. At first it was just feeling tired all the time, but soon I started noticing physical symptoms, constant headaches, insomnia, and this never-ending sense of stress. I didn't know how to escape it. Work pressure, tight deadlines, and personal life stress all started to pile on. I was running on adrenaline and coffee, thinking that was just the price of being productive. But then, one day, it hit me hard. I found myself crying in the bathroom at work, completely drained, and that's when I realized I had hit rock bottom. The scary thing about burnout is how sneaky it is. It starts with small signs, feeling like you can never get enough rest, constantly irritable, or just losing excitement for things that used to make you happy. The turning point for me was realizing that I was so caught up in pleasing everyone else that I forgot about myself. I was saying yes to everything, projects, social events, personal commitments, without ever checking in with how I felt. The first step to recovery was acknowledging that I needed to make a change. Realizing that burnout wasn't a sign of weakness but a warning signal my body was sending me. Now let's talk about what actually helped me break free from burnout. These are the tips that I used, and they can help you too. Prioritizing self-care. This might sound cliché, but it's vital. I started with small steps, getting enough sleep, eating properly, and setting aside time to do things that recharged me. You can't pour from an empty cup, and that's something I learned the hard way. Self-care isn't just about spa days, it's about taking care of your basic needs, mentally and physically. Setting boundaries. One of the biggest contributors to burnout is saying yes to everything. I had to learn to set boundaries with work, friends, and even myself. Saying no became a form of self-preservation, and it gave me the space to breathe and focus on what really mattered. Breaking tasks into manageable chunks. I used to see my to-do list as this giant monster that needed to be tackled all at once, but one of the best strategies I found was breaking tasks into smaller, manageable pieces. I started to feel more accomplished with each small win, and it reduced my stress. Mindfulness and relaxation. Incorporating mindfulness helped me become more aware of my stress triggers. Whether it was through meditation or just taking 5 minutes to breathe, this allowed me to manage the stress as it came instead of letting it overwhelm me. Seeking help. Admitting that I needed support was a huge step. Whether it's talking to a friend, a therapist, or simply reaching out for advice, acknowledging that you don't have to do it alone is key. The truth is, burnout isn't something you can fix overnight, but it is something you can overcome. By recognizing the signs early, prioritizing self-care, setting boundaries, and asking for help when you need it, recovery becomes possible. For me, hitting rock bottom was the wake-up call I needed to make these changes. But you don't have to wait that long. You have the power to take back control of your well-being. If you're feeling burnt out, you don't need to fight it alone. Take the steps to heal, and I promise you'll find your way back. Now I want to hear from you. Have you experienced burnout? How did you overcome it, or are you still in the thick of it? Share your story in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more tips on improving your life and overall well-being. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.